Hey guys, King here back with another video. Today I'm going to talk about my free-to-play account that I started up, what is it now? Uh, 14 days ago, so I'm on my 15th day. So, uh, just to help some of the new players so that they kind of get an idea of what to do. If you're not going to spend money on this game and you're just going to play it, then this is a guide for you. If you're going to spend money, then there's certain things in here you don't have to worry about. But it'll still help. There's still stuff in here that will help you guys progress and whatnot. So the first thing you're gonna do is pick a character when you first get into the game. For me, I pick Kale, and I'm gonna show you why in a few minutes. After seeing all the characters and seeing how viable they are in the late game, Kale's the one that will help you guys the longest and has the most. Like if you don't get a poisoner, Kale's good all the way up to I would say until Nightmare. Nightmare he starts to fall off a little bit, but you can still use him if you don't have a good poisoner. Whereas in my opinion, Gaelic is not very good. Aethel's probably the next best one, and Elhain is not good at all unless you're looking for more of an arena one. Then Gaelic and Elhain are probably a better options than even Kale. Or Kale would probably be, it just depends on what you're trying to do. I think Kale's just better all around. Like he'll help you everywhere. He's still good in arena. He's just not the hard hitter, but his poisons hit really hard. His AoE, which why I don't think Gaelic and Elhain are very good about it. I think Kale is just way better. He helps you in every scenario. Um, the poisons are just insane for the amount of damage he can do. So like here's an example. So Alhaine has a weaken, but she doesn't have any poisons. So I'm in a with my other uh, account here. So here it is right here. I've done my one attack. So I've already done one attack on the easy clan boss. So as you guys can see here, just normal characters that you guys can farm, and I'll talk about those in a second. But when you go in here, and I'll show you guys a clan boss run, it won't take very long. I'm just gonna auto it. There's no point of sitting here and manualing it because it's just gonna take too long. What you're gonna see here is that Kale will do almost 2/3 to 3/4 of the damage himself. Everybody else will do the last little bit. And the reason for that is his poisons. His poisons are insane. So the more poisons you can get on the clan boss, the more damage you're going to do, obviously. Whereas Gaelic, Elhain, and Aethel do not have that. Aethel though does bring a weaken, and I can't remember offhand. I've barely used her. I don't know if she has a defense down, but she for sure has a weaken. She has a triple hit. When you mastery her up, she can hit pretty hard. But I don't have to put anything, like do anything to Kale to make him work well for me at the beginning. He still works well in the mid game. Late game he falls off, but by then you should have other characters, just either lucky pulls or if you spend money by pulling shards or whatever. So it, unless you just like characters and you don't care about like min maxing, Kale is your best character. If you guys don't care about that at all, like I was saying, then just go and get pick whatever character you like that looks the coolest. If I had to choose somebody that if somebody just didn't want to do Kale like because everybody else does them, then I would say Aethel. Then I would go honestly probably Gaelic and then Alhain. I don't think Alhain's very good, but that's just me. So you guys can see here, I'll probably hit about 800k. Oh, maybe a little bit more because these two are going to last a little bit longer. So, and this is, you guys will see here right away that it's all going to be Kale. I'd say probably 700 to 800k he's going to do on his own. So yeah, 840k. So he's done all like 80 to 90% of the damage, and everybody else is like 30 and 20. So this is why I recommend Kale, and it's not because he's better geared or anything than anyone else. I'll show you guys his gear so you guys can see it's not that amazing. This is the gear I've gotten from like this is for getting shaman. This is the gear I use. So I do recommend that you put the lifesteal gear on him because he's going to be your campaign farmer too. So there's that, and his stats aren't anything insane. If you don't get good speed boots, just farm the campaign till you get speed boots. So all you would have to do is just go to the campaign here. Where's right here, and then just farm this node right here. stage 6. And just keep going until you get some speed boots and then throw those on them. So the next thing is actually campaign. So when you're going through here, it'll take you a little bit. I haven't been able to 3-star every single one here in the first go around to get that void. I'm actually stuck on the very last 2 here, stage 5 and stage 7. They keep killing my guys right at the very end, my second, whoever comes with Kale, so I have to get better lifesteal gear, so that's my goal today. And just go through and try to get where you can. There's a few characters I think you guys should get if you can. Try to get Spirit Host. She's a good leader for at the beginning because she gives you speed. She's good for your arena team just to kind of try to get you some uh, wins and all that to finish your dailies. And so she's a good character. So what I would do is, since you get so much energy at the beginning, is I would just go to like stage 6, sit there and farm, put it on auto. Like I'm on BlueStacks right now, so I would just sit there on this one and just have the auto clicker on just until I get the Spirit Host, because the auto clicker will not click off of a character if she's brand new and you got her. So when I got Spirit Host, it just sat here for like an hour and then it said, "Oh, you got Spirit Host." So when I came back and sat down, I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I shut off the auto clicker and we're good to go. If you're unsure about the auto clicker, how do I turn it back? Here we go. Yeah. So the auto clicker here, as you guys can see here, it's a micro reader. And all I did was I just created a micro where all it's doing is clicking in the spot where it autos it. So that's all I would do. Now there's one more person that you need to get, and this one took me a little bit, but she's very good for you, is War Maiden. She does poison on her A1, which, any little extra damage is great, but she does increase attack, and then once you get her all the way up, which I still haven't done yet, she'll attack all allies and has a 75% chance of placing a 60% decreased defense. So she's good for a long time. When I did my other account, I didn't know this, so I never used her, but she is the first person you should try to get. Besides, obviously, Kale. So but she's probably, until you get a better, like a Tayrell or somebody who does attack down and defense down. Uh, if you get lucky and you pull an Altan or Sentinel, uh, Sepulcher Sentinel or whatever, then I would just use her for now. Other than that, I don't think there's any other characters that are very farmable that you need to try to make sure you get. Executioner's okay. I pulled a Rain Beast, but I'm going to just use them for arena, nothing big. I use my Shaman for arena. You can use her also for doing clan boss. I had her in there, so other than that, there isn't really too many characters that you can really get that's difference makers in the campaign. Like I said, Executioner's okay. They nerfed him a long, long time ago. He used to be one of the best characters. I'm trying to remember where he is here. Is it this one? No. I know people are sitting here going, "You're an idiot. It's over here." um, she's okay too. This girl here, I think, Iris. Yeah, she's okay. If you get her, you can level her up. I've got her, but whatever. I don't need her. Executioner. I can't even remember where he is. It's probably one of the end ones. I got lucky and I was just going through and he dropped, so I was just like, "Oh, okay, I'll use him then." Is it this one? Yeah, it's stage 11 Executioner. He's okay. Like I said, just at the beginning, until you guys get some better characters, I would use him. So now, as for everything else in here, I wouldn't worry about doing too many of these things here. I wouldn't spend tons of energy on this part right now at the beginning, like where I'm at right now. And the reason for that is this gear that you're going to get is just going to be useless pretty soon anyways. So what I would do is I'd level up your characters, worry about that first. Once you get to a certain point, like, they're all level 50s, uh, or you got 160 and you're starting to get more and more guys up and you're starting to see you're hitting that wall, then that's when I would do it, because The only thing that these dungeons I would recommend you doing is just getting as far as you can. So like for me, I've gotten up to here. I've stopped at stage 5 because I don't think I need it anymore. Like I was doing the missions, so which is the next thing I'll talk about. But so like some of these, like the Fire Knight, you need to have some either good speed or whatnot, and I can do it. It's just I don't want to do it right now. It's just a waste of energy right now. The only one that could be a little bit helpful to you is obviously the spider because you can't get any of this stuff anywhere else. So, but there is no need to sit here on, let's just say you can only do stage 5, sit there and get to stage 5 and then spend 1,000 energy on it, because the problem with that is that uh, let's just say in a week from now you'll be able to get to stage like 8, and now instead of you getting like 3 and 4 you might be able to get 5, and then all of a sudden a week later you get to stage 11, and that's just because you're leveling up, guys. It's not because you got better gear or anything, it's just because your guys are leveled up. So my personal opinion is level up all your guys, get one guy to 60, then you level up the other guys at least to 50, and then start doing this is more important, trying to do minnow and getting your first 5 guys all masteried up, because you'll get way more return for your energy doing masteries than you will for the gear, because there's no guarantee you're going to get good gear, and then on top of that you're just only going to get like 3 or 4 star gear pieces. So sorry. Make sure you use your sparring pit. It's free energy, free. Even if you're just putting a 2 star in there, who cares? It's just level somebody up. That's free food for you. Um, so we'll get into. I'll do all that stuff after. I gotta stop doing that. I just see a red dot and I gotta click on it. um, so the next thing is I would make sure you get one guy to 60. So I would do your starter. In my case, I'm gonna do my Kale. I'm going to leave all these guys at 40 right now, but I'm going to start working on more and more and more um, getting my food, getting 5 star food so I can get him to 60. And the reason for that is that when he hits 60, he can carry all the rest. I can finish all my campaigns like the Nightmare and Brutal. I'll be able to finish the normal campaign for sure if I haven't already, but I'll be able to finish hard. And depending on who the second character is, I might be able to get into some of Brutal and almost finish that. And you're getting Sacreds and for doing hard right here, and you never know what you can pull. So it's very important to get all your at least one character to 60 before you start getting everybody to 50. Because the problem with that is that let's just say I get all these guys to 50. Well, I could have got Kale to 60, and that will do more for my account than it will having 5 characters at 50. So it's what I ran into a problem with my other account when I was first starting. So I recommend that you guys get this to 60. The next thing is don't spend your gems. Keep them. So if you're going to play this game for any amount of time, um, I recommend you do your challenges. This is an easy way if you're not unsure of what you need to do. Do your challenges. It'll give you an idea. When you can't do it, then you got to progress, and now you have an idea what you have to level up or what you need to do. Another thing I would do is also your missions. I haven't done too many of them right now because I kind of know what I'm doing, so I'm just letting it go as I do it as I go. But I should just go and do them and finish them. But if you're ever unsure what you should do, look at your missions and your challenges. They will usually give you an idea what you should focus on. Because if you can't finish it, then let's just say you finished all your missions, you can't do it, and then you get to your challenges and you finish all those and you can't do it. Well, that tells you that you need to either level another guy up, or you need to work on your gear, or whatever. Or you need another character. I mean, that's where you'd have to spend money and whatnot. So, but um, that's my recommendation. So, and it'll also give you gems. The reason why I have such low gems is I bought my mine. And if you're going to be playing for any amount of time, the mine is the best investment. So when I get to another 500, I'm going to buy the next upgrade. And then when I get another 500, I'm going to buy the next upgrade. Because that will allow me to have 15 free gems, usually about a day. And since this is my free to play account, I'm not going to be playing it every minute like I do with my other one where I'm checking on it, let's just say every 2 hours if I'm at work or whatever on my break or whatnot. This one I'm just doing it as I go, whenever I get a free moment. So yeah, hopefully this helps me not spend money on energy or stuff like that, or feel like I need to or anything. So that's what I recommend, is that if you're going to spend gems, spend it on your mind first, get your mind all the way up. I spent some on my marketplace. That was because I saw an ancient shard here. It's not, I don't know if it was really worth it or not, because the chances of you actually pulling something that's useful is very low. So I'm not going to sit here and say that you shouldn't do it, because let's be honest, if you saw an ancient shard, yeah, you probably should. It's just I don't know if I would go all the way down here. Like this one, I'm gonna wait till I get way further, even if an ancient shard pops here, because 120 gems is 3 refills. It's a lot. So now we're gonna talk about the market. You guys already see what I do. Buy every single mystery shard you guys find. The reason for that is that you can always pull a blue, especially if you're a free-to-play player. Any kind of free rare you can get is great. Um, you don't have to unlock these, like I was saying. These 6 bottom are locked. I unlocked, like I said, these 2 because there was an ancient shard where this fireblade person was yesterday, so I decided, what the heck. I've already unlocked the mine once. I will get more gems. I'll get down there, and I think it was 40 for the first one, 80 for the second one, I believe, and then 120, I think. Don't quote me on that 100%, but I think that's what it was. So once you've unlocked these, they will never be relocked. So, um, but yeah, make sure you buy the gems. It is not worth it for a new player to buy these uncommons, so don't do that. And any gear you guys find in here is not worth it. So never buy it, even if it has good stats. The reason for that is that it's going to take so much of your silver to buy anything that's half decent, and then you're not guaranteed any good rolls. The only ones I would do is if you guys got good, like a good main stat. And what I mean by that is, like, the boots, or your chest piece, defense percentage, or gloves if they give you crit rate or something like that. But it has to be, at least for me, if I was on my new account here, it has to be at least a rare, so you could get a couple of rolls on something. Maybe it could help you finish. So, um, like, help you finish a campaign, because it's such a better thing. Like, here's a 4-star weapon. Well, it's common, so who cares? But even though I don't have too many 4 stars, it's still not worth it. So same as this uncommon. And look at, that's 135k when I only got 675k. So be very mindful about your silver, because you'll find that you'll have tons of silver, and you'll all of a sudden run into a problem where you're like, oh, I got no more, because you thought you had tons, so you just start blowing it on your like I did, on creating all these extra spots. So you can buy them. I blew all my silver, just expanding it because I had a whole bunch of mystery shards, and now I have no silver. So I think that's a better initial spot to do it at. But once I got to 100, I think that's more than enough. So um, other than that, there isn't too much. Pull your mystery shards. Don't save them. Just keep pulling them, because you need the food. And on top of that, you can always pull a rare, so make sure you do that. So this is the intro to my kind of free to play kind of guide. If you guys got any questions, please put them in the comments below. I'll try to make sure on my next video for my free to play account here that I answer those questions for you guys, or I'll respond back to you at least before I put them in the next video. Just as a quick synopsis of other things in here, faction wars, just ignore. You guys, it's not worth it. Don't ever make this a priority as your first priority. It's not worth it at all. The return for your investment is not needed. Arena, you should still try to do. Just find fights where you can win. So, and do them, because I mean, it's for your great haul. Join a clan if you can, because the rewards, I mean, it's just free gear. I got a half decent piece the other day, so I mean, it's worth it. Even if the clan's inactive, don't worry about it. Just join it, play, do your clan boss. If you can find an active clan, that's even better. So other than that, as you guys can see, that's 5 free accuracy for my Kale. So that'll be good for easy. Don't worry about tournaments or events. Just do what you're doing. Try not to do these unless you're spending money, because as a new player, you'll never be able to finish these properly. Like uh, champion training event is that's going on right now. Like I've been leveling and I've got 96 points. So just think about how long it would take to get to this. So it's not meant for new players. It's meant for end game players or players that are mid to end game. So I wouldn't worry about it. If you get these rewards, great. If you don't, oh well, just ignore them for now until you get a little bit further into the game and you can start farming. Like, for the champion training event, you can start farming like, brutal and whatnot. Same with these. Arena Onslaught's easy because you just fight an arena. If you can do that, great, but I wouldn't sit here and worry about it. The tournaments for Dragon and Ice Golem, don't worry about them. Just ignore them. It's not worth it. So, other than that, I don't think there's much more to talk about. Uh, just trying to quickly go over here. Make sure you log in every day so you guys get your free rewards. This is the reason I made this account was just to get the free rewards for a referral program. So this is for my main account. But other than that, I think everything's pretty good. Don't worry about your energy sitting here because actually it'll go pretty fast and all of a sudden you'll run out of energy. So that's why I'm only doing things like leveling and that with the energy. But yeah, so that's all for this video, guys. If you have any comments or questions, put them in the comment section below. I usually respond pretty quickly to them as long as I'm not sleeping or away from my phone. Uh, if you guys like the content, please subscribe because I'm trying to grow the channel and I appreciate the guys who have. You guys are keeping me motivated to make these videos. If you guys have any ideas for videos you'd like to see, like you guys have questions or whatnot, I'll try my best to get those answered for you. So, other than that, you guys take care and until the next one, I'll see you later.